Alrighty, good morning Bike Bandit fans. It's 6:30 a.m. here. We're gonna head out to San Fernando Valley to go look at a Honda 450X today. Been talking to the guy for the past week. It looks like a great platform to build off of, and we're gonna go take a look at it. And if everything goes well, we're gonna pick it up and start a build on the channel. And we're gonna take this stock 06 450 and turn it into a badass modern day dual sport. So follow us on our journey. Cheers. I mean, good enough. So now we're about 10 minutes away from the house. We're not gonna have the camera rolling just for respect for them, but we're definitely gonna show you the bike after we pick it up. Some things I really like to look for when I'm buying something used is for it to be as stock as possible, because when I'm doing a build like this, I'm already gonna apply parts that are, you know, aftermarket that I believe are the best. So what's the point of me throwing away some other parts that someone might have put on incorrectly, or it could be a chance that the bike was ridden harder than you ideally want. So that, and the plastics being as clean as possible, the engine cases as clean as possible, not too many scrapes or gouges, to make sure the rims are in good shape, and then obviously make sure it runs good, because it's not worth buying a bike for a few $1,000s that really just doesn't run, and you're just gonna have continuous problems, and that's just a total headache. So it's definitely worth making sure the bike runs good. But other than that, we're gonna go pick up this bike, hopefully, if it all goes well, and then we're gonna take off and head to the desert and get some riding in this afternoon, just to see how the new bike feels. So it should be fun. Alrighty, so here it is, 2006 Honda Sierra 450X. It's a little bit rough around the edges, but I mean, it's a project build. I wasn't expecting to get anything brand new. I only paid $2,600 for the bike, so this is a very good platform for anybody to start a project with. As stock as I could find it, and in the most original condition. These bikes are usually ridden really hard or neglected, so I'm very happy to get one like this, and I've been looking for a long time. So
using Bike Bandit straps?
We only use Bike Bandit straps because they're the best straps on the market, obviously. Alrighty, bike's all loaded up. We're gonna go get some gas and then head out to the high desert and go get a nice few hours of light. We were planning on going up to Gorman, but sadly with the coronavirus, the state parks are closed, so we'll make do and go have some fun. So let's go. Alrighty, so we made the journey from buying the bike over in San Fernando Valley. Now we're over by Little Rock Dam off the 138. And I thought it would be good to come out here and shake the bike down before I go ahead and tear it all apart and build it into what I have envisioned on my head. But for now, I'm gonna get geared up, try the bike out, and see what I think. And it's important to do this, you know, just to see what we need to replace. I can already tell it's gonna need some fork seals, and it's gonna need a few things, but you know, it's what you get for $2,600. All I care about is, you know, the raw bare bones of the bike being in good condition, and it being stock. So all right, so just before I go ride the bike, for me, I gotta, you know, adjust my levers and my handlebars. But before I go ahead and do that kind of stuff, I want to make sure that everything on the bike is tight. You know, it sucked to go ride this bike one time before I take it apart and then something happens. So I'm just roughly going over it real quick with an 8mm, 10mm, and 12mm T-handle. I'm gonna bleed the front forks, wipe the fluid off the fork blade because it's leaking, and throw some chain lube on it. So I went ahead and checked the coolant. The coolant's topped off. I went ahead and checked the oil. There's fairly new oil in the engine, so that's good. after I'm done checking all the bolts, I'm gonna go ahead and check the tire pressure, loop the chain, and should be ready to go. So I'm glad I just checked that tire because it was at 7 PSI. Usually for off-road, you want to set your tire anywhere between 12.5 to 15, depending on where you're at. And if it's rocky, you might want to run a little bit higher so you don't get a puncture. But now that I've looked over the bike, I'm pretty confident in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it up, warm it up, and then get to ride.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hate. I won't get a ball today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the balls, I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable.
I just finished up riding this new to me Sierra 450X, and man, that chassis feels so good. It's so planted through the whoops, the hill climbs, the straightaways. Anything I have to throw at this bike, it just goes right through it. But it's definitely old and it needs some love. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna send the suspension out, do some new tires. The brakes barely work, so I'm gonna go through the whole brakes. All the bearings on the bike are gonna get replaced, along with some other fun trickery that we're gonna do, but we're not gonna talk about yet. We're actually gonna do a build series on this bike, so we're gonna do a 1985 Honda CR250 Works replica. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and we're also gonna put a plate on the bike, so it's gonna be a dual sport. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and follow us along on this journey, and we'll see you on the trails.